Buenos días, bienvenidos otra vez al vocabulario de capítulo 2. Voy a continuar con esto un poquito más. I just want to make sure that you understand how these yes-no answers work. So if somebody would ask you a question, so let's do a yes-no type of question. Hay muchos alumnos en la clase. Are there a lot of students in the class? Now, if there are, you would use the C with an accent. C. And then you spit back much of your sentence. Oops, sometimes my computer skips on me. C, I, technical difficulties. Hay muchos alumnos en la clase. Okay. However, if there are not a lot of students in the class, we're going to use a double negative because that's what we do in Spanish. No hay muchos alumnos en la clase. And I just have this C here, the one that means if, just so that you remember how important it is to put that accent on that I for your yes. Because if not, you end up writing take the accent off. If there are many students in the class, which ends up creating a fragment, and you don't want to do that in Spanish. Okay, makes sense? So enough with the questions and those important words as we're answering them. Frases útiles. So important sentences, some to help you out here. Hay pocos alumnos en clase hoy. There's few students in class today. I don't know why I didn't put the opposite of that. Hay muchos alumnos en clase hoy. There's a lot of students in class today. And then if you want to talk about a class being boring or interesting to you, es una clase aburrida. Notice we end with an A because it's una clase. Es una clase interesante. This one ends with an E, so we don't have to worry about matching it to una clase. It matches regardless. All right, last slide here. Más números. So I know we did our number packet and we went through all the numbers, but fortunately our book takes us through and reviews the numbers over and over so that you get really solid on those. And especially because we're doing time telling, you really don't use all of these, but you could. You could say, son las 2:31. You could say, son las 3 menos 29. So technically, to tell time, you don't need to know higher than 29. But let's make sure you know these. So 30, one of the things I noticed when a lot of people did their 2 y 2 son 4, 4 y 2 son 6. 20, 30, y 6. They all have an EI together. And typically in Spanish, we'll pronounce both vowels. But in these cases, we don't. So notice when we say siete, we say 2 vowels. But in seis, it doesn't sound natural when you do. So we have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, all the way through 39. Then if we're going to count by tens beyond that, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 40 is 40, 50 is 50, 60 is 60, 70 is 70, 80 is 80, 90 is 90. 100 and ciento. Okay, the difference between this is when it is just 100 on the dot, we're going to use cien. If it is an adjective describing how many people you have, how many books you have, hay 100 personas en la sala. There's 100 people in the room. Hay 100 libros en la biblioteca. There's 100 books in the library. Then it's going to be 100. Otherwise, it is going to be ciento. So 101, would be 101. You don't use the E. 102, 102, and so on. You just keep going with it. Okay, espero que esto está bien. Hope you're all good with this. Y es el fin de capítulo 2, el vocabulario para capítulo 2. Hasta luego.